Hello and welcome. My name is Kyle and I'm with Volatile Fight Gear, and today we're here at San Diego Fit in downtown San Diego. I'm here today to interview Mike Altman, professional MMA and strength and conditioning coach. How are you doing today, Mike?
Good to see you, Kyle.
Good, thanks. So hey, we're going to jump right in here. You were born and raised in California. At what age did you start learning the martial arts?
9 years old.
9 years old. Growing up, which martial arts were you particularly fond of and why?
Well, as a young child, I watched a lot of Kung Fu theater, and as like a lot of Americans, when I thought of martial arts, I thought of Asians. So I found my way to an Asian instructor, and I wound up in a Chinese Kung Fu school.
Cool. That's awesome. So during your training in Kung Fu, and when you were first starting out, when did you realize your potential as a fighter?
You know, I dreamed of being a champion before I started training, and when I first met my instructor, it was one of the first things that I told him is I wanted to compete. So very early on, I knew that that's what I wanted to do.
And you certainly have the experience. You fought in over 50 different fights in multiple disciplines, in some very significant professional and amateur fights. Of all of your fights, which fight did you learn the most about yourself?
You know, I've been asked that question quite frequently, and I think it's hard to narrow down to an individual bout, but I would definitely say I've learned much more from my losses than I have my victories.
Sure, absolutely. So your experience certainly qualifies you as both a coach and an expert on personal strength and training. When you first begin to work with a customer or a new member, how do you assess their starting abilities?
Well, everybody starts off with the basics. The basics are the same for everybody. In stand-up and striking, the first thing you learn is your footwork and your stance and how to move. And when you teach somebody that, you can immediately see what kind of control they have over their body, and that dictates their potential.
Absolutely. So what are the basics of MMA training, in your opinion, that a training fighter must learn before they lace up the gear and begin to spar?
Well, since MMA covers 3 ranges of combat, the striking range, the clinching range, and the wrestling and submission on the ground range, you have to have a thorough background in the application of both offensive and defensive, each strategy and basic techniques in each of the 3 ranges of combat.
Sure. So when a fighter has mastered those basic skills of MMA, when do you feel that they're ready to take off the training gear and start to begin to fight as an amateur or a professional?
If they've shown the desire, most people that train martial arts do it to transform their body, get a better body and mind connection. For those rare individuals who have the desire to compete, they've shown that desire in training. They show the heart and the attitude of a fighter, and they've mastered the fundamental skills. Then that's when it's time to begin competition.
In your opinion, what is the most important part of the training process for a fighter before they get into the cage or into the ring?
The most important component of a fighter's trainer, a fighter's training, is his training partners, his coaches and his training partners. It keeps you from wasting a lot of time, and it keeps you from unnecessarily injuring yourself.
In terms of hand-to-hand combat, what wins the fight, speed or power?
I would answer that by precision, because speed without accuracy is useless. Power without being able to put it on something is not going to win a fight. So precision wins fights.
Sure. What training equipment do you feel is crucial for the fighter in preparing his body to go into war?
Well, there's a variety of different pieces of equipment that we like to use. I use a lot of different bags and pads. As I mentioned, I think your partner is probably the most important component of training. Pads teach you timing and range. It gives you some conditioning and feedback from your coach. Bags give you more power, and particularly the speed bag and double end bag give you the reaction and speed timing too. All those things are vital, along with strength developing equipment. So it's hard to narrow it down to what one piece of equipment would be more important than others.
Sure. It seems that professional fighters today have to be well-rounded in various disciplines of the martial arts, such as jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, even boxing. What do you believe, or do you even believe this to be true?
Absolutely. In the past, we had a few champions that had come from a certain individual background or discipline without being well-rounded, you will cease to see that as the sport continues to evolve. It is absolutely necessary that anyone who's going to compete above a very basic level be well-rounded.
Absolutely. So you're a trainer here at this amazing new MMA facility at FIT here in downtown San Diego. How does FIT compare to other local gyms that you've trained at in the past?
Well, we stack up very well, being that we're in the best location in town, looking right into the baseball park. We've got a $10 million facility, world-class amenities. So there's nobody that can touch the quality facility. And then you add to that the world-class instruction that we offer.
Absolutely. And you certainly have an amazing facility, top-of-the-line equipment, great staff, great personal trainers. So what is it about being a trainer here at FIT that you enjoy the most?
You know, it's really a step up from where I came from. I grew up in the dirty fight gyms of the South, and coming here and training world-class athletes in a $10 million facility, I feel like it's my dream come true.
It's fantastic, man. Can't be a better place than this. This is amazing here. Joining you here at FIT is 5-time World Jiu-Jitsu champion Letizia Ribeiro and UFC fighter Fabricio Morango Camoes. How is your team here at FIT going to take the MMA experience to the next level?
Yeah, by offering it in this world-class environment and with these fantastic amenities, and you know, there's nothing like this out there, and we're exposing the MMA training to a whole new market.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, you've even got a pool here, you've got jacuzzi, you've got spas, they've got it all, man, even tanning. So, hey Mike, I want to thank you for your time here today, and thank all of you for tuning in to VolatileFightGear.com. Special thanks to FIT San Diego, to Mike and the staff here, and we'll see you guys next time.
Take care.